Hi, me and my husband are traveling now, and I thought, since he's in a good mood, I'm gonna ask him some questions. Like, tips and tricks. If you fall in love with a manifestor, what do you do? So, context. The big guy is my man, and we've been married for 9 years and together like 11. He is still my favorite human, and somehow the relationship stayed passionate this whole time. Sometimes too passionate. So, I'm a manifestor, okay? And I start fights. I initiate everything. And when I'm sharp, I'm sharp. And when I love just intensely. So choosing a manifestor as a life partner is a tough decision, and you'll get burned. But you'll never be bored. And if you're brave enough, the relationship can completely transform your life, right?
Yeah, for better or worse.
And he met me during one of my wildest periods. When I was saying yes to literally everything, I was living like there's no tomorrow. And somehow, instead of trying to control me or fix me, he wasn't scared of me. He committed fast, he didn't limit me, didn't try to talk me into my senses, well, most of the time. And that changed everything. So today, or sometime during the trip, I want to talk to him as a projector about what it's actually like to be in a relationship with a female manifestor. The beautiful parts, the brutal parts, and most importantly, what makes it work. And he has no idea what I'm gonna ask him, so let's put him on the spot, shall we? So, Jonas, what made you commit to me so fast, despite knowing how intense I am?
I didn't know. I didn't know that it's going to be this intense. So the interesting thing about, well, I don't know that many manifestors, but I mean with you in particular, is that constant initiation and want to taste different experiences constantly is like very exciting in the beginning. So that's something you might want, and eventually you go, oh my god, I want this in my life always. And in my case, that's why kind of I committed, like, yes, this is exactly what I need in my life. Now, the flip side of that is you can get tired slightly, and like Brigitte mentioned, I can't really say something like chill out, like I can't, right? So you kind of have to wait it out until the right time and go, shall we chill together now, or how is it? So I can't tell Brigitte what to do, but I can find certain times in space when it's appropriate to suggest something, like chilling out. So that works.
Okay, we can't talk too much right now because look at the view. So, Jonas, was there ever a moment early on where you thought, hey, this might be too much?
Yes.
Okay, next question. What felt different about me compared to other women you'd dated?
I think the light-spiritedness, if that's a word, the constant want from the experiences, and the not overthinking. At first, you felt like you could be my absolute best friend, you could be my lover, everything. And that's a super sexy thing for a guy, I think. All the previous relationships were just, male, female, like, and that's the distinction. With you, it could be everything and anything, right? Because you like to experience everything. So that was one of those massive differences for me.
Hey, look, he's 8. So he's probably in a good mood, huh? So I'll ask you one more question. What is the hardest part of being married to a manifestor? Honestly.
If I had to pick one thing to not interrupt as you go through your own journey, regardless whether it's going to be 5 minutes or 5 days.
What do you think people completely misunderstand about manifestor women?
Manifestor women don't realize what they're doing to you. You think they know, but they don't know. They only know it after either you tell them or just after the fact, when some time passed and they're from out of their highs or their lows. That's when they realize what just happened and where they potentially contributed. In the moment, they have no freaking idea.
When my energy is at its sharpest, what actually helps and what makes it worse?
When you say at your sharpest, that's regardless whether it's positive, negative. It's just, I'm probably going to repeat myself here, but withstand the sharpness until it settles slightly so you can make actual decisions. And the worst thing you can do is actually interrupt. I only have reference for an emotional manifestor, which is my wife, right? So the sharpness has to go through its cycle. You don't want to interrupt. That's all I can say.
What do you need most as a projector to stay healthy and resourced in this relationship?
I don't know if this is just for a projector, but time alone to recharge and to clear out all the energies that I get from others, especially yourself. Once I have that space, I can recharge and then I can go again and sustain that manifest energy.
How did you learn to ask for space or alone time without feeling guilty?
Still working on that one. Honestly, it's not easy. It's always a process because there is a tendency of we want to do everything together always because it looks fun. Even if it's just alone time, it sounds fun. So I think what we're working on right now is not taking it personally, right? That it's not me saying I don't want to be with you. It's me saying I want to be alone. And that's the difference.
Exactly. But we do actually sleep separately most of the time. How does sleeping separately actually support our relationship instead of hurting it?
I was very skeptical of sleeping separately because society says that's the first step to breakups. But at least for me, it made a massive change because before I would wake up with her energy and I would fall asleep with her energy because her energy is just so much sharper and stronger, so it just overwhelms everything. Now I wake up, I have a few minutes to myself to ground, and then I can go and wake up Brigida afterwards with already my own energy, meaning she wakes up more grounded as well. So it's an absolute game changer, even though it was super uncomfortable in the beginning.
Yeah, and I mean, if you can afford it, we are lucky enough to have that many rooms to sleep separately.
I mean, I was
But usually people just sleep together because they don't have space for it. Modern times, huh?
Mind you, I was sleeping in the living room on the sofa. There's always a way. There's always a way if that's what you feel like.
But that was a game changer.
It was a game
for me as well. Hey Jonas, since you're happy there, I have a question. Since my aura is mechanically repelling, so how do we still stay so emotionally close?
I don't think your energy is as repelling as you think you are. It can be repelling at times, but most of the time, I would say it's exciting. Where if you are open enough to be on your toes most of the time and notice when those moments are either negative triggers or positive ones, and just focus on the positive ones and act on them, then life becomes like super exciting. And when it's the negative triggers, then remember, like we spoke before, don't take it personally, allow it to pass, because then the good one will come eventually.
When do you feel the most connected to me? And when do you feel most shut down?
I feel the most shut down when you don't do the informing and do something that's quite impactful to the relationship or to whatever I'm doing. That shuts it down, because I, as a projector who act on recognition, that like 10x's the lack of recognition, because you don't tell me what you do, and what you do, might be bad, essentially, right? For the lack of a better word. I feel the most connected with you when you have your loving initiations. So when you have those positive, loving initiations, I have no choice but to feel connected, because one, they're quite rare and they are very powerful because the emotion is so sharp, it's so strong. So you basically drop everything that you're doing and you just go, all right, I'm all in with whatever this is, but it's love. And that's what it is.
What helps you feel invited into my world instead of pushed away?
When you're inviting? No, but seriously, that's what it is. Like, if you initiate, directly go, Jonas, I have an idea, let's do this, right? I'm invited because it's directly to me. You always have ideas, and I know they're going to be ludicrous, but sometimes I'm ready for ludicrous, and sometimes I'm like, so when I'm ready, it's awesome. But your question was about invited, And it's whenever you directly initiate and inform me directly to me as an invitation, clearly.
How do you personally recover after intense conflicts with me?
I have no emotions. If you're happy, I'm happy. If you want to carry on without having the fight, we carry on without having the fight. If I feel like you need my support, I'm going to give you support. But it's unfortunately all down to you and me giving you the grounds and the container to go through your emotions and the angriness and everything like that. For me, I don't do fights. I don't like fights. If we get in a fight, if there's a way to diminish it as quickly as possible and put out the fire and just carry on, we'll do that. So no emotions from that side of things, because it's bigger than a fight for me, right? It's a long-term game. So it's all about the container for your process of getting the emotions out.
Okay, another one. This one is quite important to me. So, what helps you not to take my words personally when I'm emotional?
Being conscious of the fact that I should not be taking it personally, because otherwise I will take it personally every single time.
So, intention.
Absolutely.
Correct.
Is there a correct answer?
Always. Is there anything else you've had to unlearn to stay with me?
It's the same thing, to not take things personally. That was the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Because I thought in relationships, every word matters, because once you say it, you cannot unsay it. So it's important.
But I always say some shit.
And so it's almost like being drunk. I always thought like, when you're drunk, you see the real truth. So when you're angry, you say what's actually on your mind. And that was something I really had to unlearn, because I realized that actually it's not. It's like emotions go over you, and sometimes you just want to bite, and it's not genuine. The bite is genuine, but the words don't really have the weight that I thought they actually do.
Hey, Jonas! Jonas, wait up! Hold on. So, you're right, eh?
Always.
How do you follow your own dreams while being married to someone with so many passions?
Find reasons. By finding reasons why my dreams coming true benefit you. For example, I make money, benefit you. My dream is to have a successful business. It's very successful. You get the money, you get stuff. It's very good. Step aside kind of that. It's a simple understanding of, if I'm happy, I transfer the happiness to you, and you understand that, right? So if I follow my own passions, my own dreams, without neglecting you, then it's fine. It doesn't have to be about you, but you're definitely a consideration for it.
Yeah.
So the dream is never despite you. That's the biggest thing. If you want to join, you join in. If not, not. But it's not either or. If that makes sense.
So do you ever feel overshadowed, and how do you handle that?
Overshadow, no, because I think like our dreams are very different. If you were doing kind of the similar thing like me, maybe it would be the case, but you're very artistic and I'm very kind of business minded. So those kind of go hand in hand quite nicely.
So then what makes you feel supported rather than dragged into my visions?
You do drag into your visions. So I don't know that as well yet. I think it's more about you than me. So you not dragging me into your visions is the thing that does it, right? So if you do, I kind of allow myself to be dragged into, but then you see I burn out a lot of times because I try to do my own dreams and then your dreams as well. So when you see that I keep burning out, you kind of stop doing it, right? How do you not take me into your world too much?
I don't know. Don't put me on the spot.
You put me on the spot.
I inform you, but I don't rush you. I say that I'm not in a rush, but here's my dream. Whenever the time comes, I'm good. And then just whatever, do something else. Yeah, it's probably the most important thing, to not rush. That's what I keep learning.
And trust that it's gonna happen anyway.
Yeah, to shut up sometimes. Yeah.
Yes, big one. Shut up, manifestors. Just whenever you want to speak, just shut up.
Not always, but yeah, most of the time.
It helps a lot.
Hey, Jonas.
Hi.
Since our trip is coming to an end, I have 2 final questions for you. What would you tell a projector who's in love with a manifestor?
be careful, watch out, danger. Are you sure? There's plenty of fish in the sea.
We'll cut this.
I can only say there's easier ways to have a relationship for sure. But if you want a relationship that's never going to be boring and has the capacity to be a long life relationship because of that, because of constant chasing for experiences and everything like that, then go for it. But it's probably going to be way more work and patience and perseverance and all of that stuff than most of the other designs out there for a project, especially.
Then the last question. What would you tell a manifestor woman who's afraid she's too much?
Don't be afraid of it and own it. And if the people are gone because of that, that's a good filter. And if not, you have friends for life.
And that's it, I guess. Do you have any final messages?
Yes, can I have my glass of wine now?
Fine.